Ever seen one of these videos and wondered, how in the world is this even possible? How much time does he dedicate to this? Wow, what a nerd. The virginity is strong with this one, lol. These are pretty typical reactions from people who've never seen anyone solving a Rubik's Cube this fast. I mean, hell, go on the world record video and you'll find loads of it. And ultimately, all of these reactions are fully justified, perhaps except the last one. That one is just some dude being a dick. According to Wikipedia, speedcubing is the activity of solving a variety of twisty puzzles, the most famous being the Rubik's Cube, as quickly as possible. And that's all there is to it. It's just a bunch of nerds gathered in a room with a common nerdy obsession interacting and having fun with the thing they're passionate about. The same thing can be said about pretty much any other subject. In this aspect, cubing is very similar to stuff like soccer or programming or cooking.
I just want more pumpkin, that's all I want. Right, well I'll get you more pumpkin and I'll ram it right up your fucking ass. Would you like it whole or diced?
And with any of these, practice makes perfect. The history of cubing is surprisingly long and goes back for several decades, but it really didn't spring off until recently. So for the sake of not boring one to death, I'll do a super abridged version. If you want to see more, feel free to check the description. I'll link a video I made about a brief history about cubing that goes into slightly more detail. Anyways, here we go. Some dude invents a pyramid, and then another dude takes this idea and invents a cube. Surprise! The cube is more popular. People are tearing their hairs out trying to solve it, but failing miserably. The inventor said, "I'm gonna try to solve this thing," and failed. But then 1 month later, he figured out how to solve it, so it's all good. Hype dies down, and then these peeps pop up. "We like solving things," they said. "We love cubes. Hey, I know, we all like cubes and we're all internet nerds. Let's create an organization to promote our hobby." And so they did. With the WCA set in place, official Rubik's Cube competitions began. Wow, that looks really unoptimal. Let's invent better cubes and ways to turn them more optimally, said some dude. "Also, this method sucks. FTL is better," said Jessica Frederick. "Use my method, damn it. You can be like 15 seconds with it." "Wow, that's fast," said people, so they started using the method. Other methods were invented, but no one cared about them. Cubing picks up speed. World records are breaking, people are getting faster. Hey look, a wild Felix appeared. "I'm gonna break some records," said Felix. And he did. A lot. And then suddenly cubing blows up and now there's thousands of people solving cubes, so that's pretty cool, I guess. The biggest misconception is that solving the Rubik's Cube is a task only possible to the geniuses, those with incredible spatial imagination and intuitive logical processing. And ironically, it's actually the complete other way around. Learning to solve one is actually something anyone can do, but sticking to it and getting better will only help with spatial imagination and logical processing. Not convinced? Let me give you a brief overview. It won't be a full-on tutorial, but it will give you some insight as to how easy it is to solve a Rubik's Cube. There are really only a few things you need to know about the process of solving a Rubik's Cube. Contrary to popular belief, a Rubik's Cube is not solved by completing each face, but rather in layers. We solve the first layer, then the middle, then the top. The process is guided step by step with algorithms, which are simply a sequence of moves that will move a certain piece on the cube somewhere else. With this knowledge in mind, all you have to do is to learn the basic notations of turning the cube, have an algorithm cheat sheet, and you're set to go. It's literally that simple. People get to the level of speed you see in world record videos through countless hours of practice and dedication. And it's not like they're forced into it, many just find the activity fun and is willing to spend time on it. It's actually kind of odd, and it makes you think, what is it that makes speedcubing so interesting to so many people? I think part of the appeal comes with the mysterious stigma with the toy. Stereotypes indicate that the Rubik's Cube is stupidly hard to solve, so being able to say something like, "Hey, I can solve a Rubik's Cube," is largely satisfying to many. Another possible appeal comes from the idea of its seemingly infinitely many combinations. Let me explain. Think about why people dump a fortune into a lottery, or inside casinos, or why people would spend all their tokens on a single arcade machine. It's the appeal of the infinitesimally small chance of getting something amazing out of it, and I think the same applies with the Rubik's Cube. The first time we ever solved a Rubik's Cube, we felt this amazing sense of accomplishment. The first time we beat a certain goal or benchmark time, such as under 1 minute or under 30 seconds, or we solved the 4x4 for the first time. We all felt the same feeling of absolute joy. We end up getting invested for hours into our solves, because there's always that chance to get a good solve and feel that same feeling of accomplishment you felt every single time. Because you know better than anyone else that you are the one who made this happen, from your own hard work and perseverance. And that is the best feeling in the world.